Welcome to the Perham Show. We are here at Heart of the Lakes Credit Union in Perham, and my guest is Lisa Peterson, and we are going to talk today about the Relay for Life that's coming up on July 8th, and so many things going on. How many years have you been doing this, Lisa?
This is the 17th year for our relay in East Otter Tail County.
So you're an expert?
Well, I get lots of practice.
Well, practice and a lot of help too.
Yes, a lot of help.
I know that in past years you have raised 60,000. So I mean, you've really been putting those numbers up. And what is your goal for this year?
Our goal is 90,000 this year.
90,000.
Yep.
and so, how many teams do you have that are committed to participating so far?
Usually we have about 30.
Okay.
I think we're hovering right about that number, maybe.
Okay.
20, 29. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so is it too late if somebody wants to have a team to start up? And
not necessarily. We've ordered the T-shirts, so it'd be hard to get them T-shirts, but we'd still welcome people to get involved at this point, and we can get them plugged in.
So what do you do with the money?
The money goes to the American Cancer Society, and it gets used for their four purposes: research, education, patient services, and advocacy.
Okay, well, I know this year you're doing something a little bit different with getting the whole community involved.
Right.
And why don't you talk about, you guys are going to paint the town?
Yes, it's called Paint the Town Purple, and we have a very fired up committee that's working on this project, and then the goal is to just get all the businesses and residents in Perham involved, and to decorate their business fronts, decorate their homes, just splash purple all over the place, just to raise awareness that the event is coming up.
And this is from July 1st?
Yep, July 1st through the 8th, and July 1st there's going to be kind of a blitz from 10 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock, and anybody is welcome to join in that little army of people painting purple, and so they could get involved in that way. I think just Nancy Doctor would be the person to contact there. And,
okay, and that can Real Estate Results. I think you can
yes.
get in touch with Nancy and
yeah.
and find out more about that. And purple, you know, paint the town purple, wear the purple, you know, and whatever you can do for that.
Right.
Okay, and so let's talk a little bit about how people can get involved. I know that and we want to save. We're going to talk about the event itself on the 8th in the second half of the show. But some of the things that you've learned over the years about how this is helpful to people.
Well, I think one of the things people get concerned about is that they feel the money goes out of the county here, but it goes to the American Cancer Society for those four purposes, and we've had a lot of people locally that have been impacted by what the American Cancer Society has done, new treatments that have come out through research that have extended the lives or saved the lives of several people in this community. There's a Hope Lodge that, again, people from this community have stayed at. You and your family members stay there free of charge, and as you go through more extended treatments, either at the Mayo Clinic or at the University of Minnesota Hospital. So, and of course, the things that are done with advocacy help all of us, like the Clean Air Act, so that we aren't exposed to secondhand smoke. And so many things like that. There's a cancer prevention study that's ongoing right now that should give us some more information about how we can prevent cancer or do things that are going to help our health.
Well, and I heard on the TV just a week or so ago about the new drugs that are being developed to specifically target specific types of cancer. But
right.
Lisa, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the event itself on the 8th and everything that you've got going on there. Okay. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Perham Show. We are here at Heart of the Lakes Credit Union in Perham, and my guest is Lisa Peterson, and we're talking about Relay for Life, which is coming up on July 8th, the 17th year.
Yes.
This is, and Lisa, you've been doing this for about 10 years. Yeah.
I've been in charge for about 10 years.
Yep. Okay.
Started out as a team member way back when.
Okay.
So.
Well, I know that it's just an awesome event, and it's beautiful with the luminaries. What is the significance of the luminaries?
These are You can purchase them in honor of a cancer survivor or in memory of someone who's lost their life to cancer. We put these out the day of the relay. They line the track, an inside ring and an outside ring. And about 9:15, 9:30, as it gets dark, we light a candle in each one of them, and the candle burns all night. So this is the light out at the track that night as people walk all night. This is what lights their way, and it's very moving and very inspirational to see all of those luminaries lit and to reflect on the people that we love and have in our hearts.
People are walking before the luminaries are lit, though, correct? Don't you have a kind of a big celebration to start?
Yes. We kick off the evening about 5:30. And we have lots of activities going on at 5:30. There's a concession stand open. We have a silent auction, classic car rides. There's haircuts and massages out there. Each team has something going on at their campsite. We have a scavenger hunt for cancer education and to help people learn a little bit more about cancer prevention and research. And so just many, many, many things. So you can get any kind of food imaginable and wacky hair and you name it, all kinds of fun things for people of any age. And that goes from 5:30 to 7, and we take a little break from everything at 7, and we do our opening ceremonies. The big feature of our opening ceremonies is our Survivors Lab, and we introduce all of our cancer survivors that are willing to come out and join us that night, and they have special survivor shirts that they wear. And then they walk a lap together as a group, and we honor them. And then after that, the teams are introduced, and they walk a lap. And then more activity until about 9 o'clock, 9:15, when we quiet things down a little bit and go into the luminaria ceremony. And that's when our honorary co-chairs speak about their cancer experience. And then they...
Can you share who those are this year?
Yes, and we're excited about our honorary co-chairs this year. It's a family. Actually, they were my next-door neighbors growing up, Jack Schmidt and his daughters, Sandy Erickson and Lisa Dahl. And so within about a year and a half, all three of them were diagnosed with cancer and went through treatments.
Wow.
So, and they've grown together, you know, through this experience. It's strengthened them, and it's going to be very neat to hear their stories.
Oh, and what a blessing for people to hear that and to hear what they learned, you know, to share the education that people get going through something, you know, as devastating and life-changing as that type of a diagnosis.
Right.
Is there a significance in the color purple?
You know, I honestly do not know. It's just been a relay color since since the Relay for Life started. I'm not sure if it was the very first one, because the very first Relay for Life was one man, Gordy Klott, running around the track for 24 hours.
Wow.
in Washington. And after that, he decided it should be a team thing.
You mentioned haircuts and massages. Who's doing the, do you know who's?
We've asked our local salons if their stylists would be willing to come out and do haircuts. I have those people considering that and getting back to me.
Okay.
I've had about 3 or 4 massage therapists already commit to being out there.
Okay. And you know, what a great time for people to do a Lots of Love haircut, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a great time to do
yeah,
that.
yeah. My daughter-in-law just, you know, keeps growing it out and getting it and donating to Lots of Love. So, yeah. So we're doing July 8th, 5:30. You're kicking off your activities over at the high school track here in Perham, and then so you've got that Survivor Lap starting.
7 o'clock?
7 o'clock, okay. And then the luminaries are lit 9:15, 9:30 in that time. And so this is all ages, right? Stuff for anybody to do. Give me a contact information number, how somebody can get in touch with you or someone else.
Okay. I can be contacted at 346-4747. And I can share some information. We'll have posters like this out around town to remind people, and hopefully.
And more information about painting the town, painting the business, and yourself in your home purple. Nancy
Yes.
Doctor over at Real Estate Results. And
Right.
okay, very good. Lisa, thank you so much for the work that you do and the teams that you gather and the work that they do, and just wishing you the best of success for another 17th year of great success with the Relay for Life here for East Ottertail County.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.